This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Denver, Colorado. I am here with the Clear Skin Diva. Since 2011, she has been helping women achieve sexy skin, lose the weight, so they can be radiant inside and out. Thank you so much for joining us, Jennifer. Why don't we start off, first of all, recently you've decided to start helping out many women out there across the world with the internet, here in Denver. Back in 2008, you had a less loftier goal, and that was basically just helping yourself. A mother of two, and basically, tell me, how did it get started? What got you involved in this industry?
Absolutely, and you're right. It does start with my story, my own personal journey, as it often does for a lot of us in this field. Back in 2008, I was a struggling mom. I had two young kids. I was fatigued, 20 pounds overweight. I really couldn't even get off the couch to play with them. I was just that run down. And then on top of that, I was struggling with IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome. That's not pleasant for anybody. And my skin was going crazy. I was diagnosed with psoriasis, which is an autoimmune disease, but it shows up in the skin. And then just trouble with acne, breakouts. I just felt like I was falling apart.
Let me ask you this. Image in our society anymore, it affects so many things, be it your personal life, your business life, your relationships. Is this why a lot of women are now turning to you for this type of help?
Yes, I think, there's this sort of stigma around skin that it's a very superficial thing. But really, it's not. It impacts so many things, like you mentioned, our confidence, the way we put ourselves out there, how we feel about ourselves when we look at ourselves in the mirror in the morning. And what's most important to me for these women is helping them connect all the dots between what's showing up for them on the outside and what's going on inside for them.
We really can improve our image simply in many ways. We can change our hair, we can change our clothing, our wardrobe, even our friends, our circles of influence. A little bit harder to change that one thing that everybody sees when they first meet us, and that's our face. Yes. Is that what you basically find?
It is, and the common go-tos are the miracle creams we see advertised, prescriptions, fancy treatments that can cost a lot of money. But really, again, it's just treating that symptom, what's showing up. It's not looking at why it's happening in the first place for these people.
We're a quick fix society. Basically want the easy button out there, and like you said, many times very expensive. I mean, women are probably very frustrated with the fact that they have to keep trying things over and over again, but many times it's just a cover-up. Is the holistic approach really kind of a whole different approach because you're looking at taking a proactive solution?
I believe it is, and it's because we look at the whole person. There are so many factors that play into this for people, but at the real root of it, it comes down to hormone balance and it comes down to inflammation in our bodies. And I believe our bodies are very smart. They try and tell us all the time what's going on, and we often don't listen. And so by the time women come to me, and I have a couple of divos as well, a couple men, but mostly women, they're finally at that place they're ready to connect the dots and say, wait a second, you know what, I'm struggling with my skin, but I'm also struggling in these other areas. Something's going on. I want to figure this out, and I want to figure it out for good.
I imagine they've been struggling not only in a short period of time, but many times for a long time. It's a daily struggle. I imagine it can be very overwhelming, especially when you're up against something that you feel is rather unbeatable.
Absolutely. By the time they get to me, they are frustrated and sometimes angry. And I get a lot of the, I thought I'd be done. I thought I'd be done dealing with this. I thought I would have figured this out by now. What am I missing? And so that's where I come in. I help them get back in their bodies. We look at, what foods are working for them, what might not be working for them so well. But it doesn't end there. It's also got to go into what's going on in their life as well.
Does that begin first with the Radiant You Discovery session and what takes place there?
Yes, it's an opportunity for us to connect, to spend a little time together. We do it over the phone. I have clients across the country and a couple of internationally as well. It's just an opportunity for us to connect, to really dive into what specific challenges are they dealing with, where are they maybe getting stuck, where are they running into those same issues over and over, what are their goals, what's underneath all of that, because often they say, well, I just want clear skin. But what's that about? It's about, I want to grow my business and I want to feel good getting out there and marketing, and I don't right now. It's about, I want to have a better relationship with my partner and I just don't feel sexy and I don't feel good. It's about, I want to have energy to be with my kids, to do the things I want to do and I don't. And getting really crystal clear on those and then seeing if we're the right fit. It doesn't serve me well or them well. if it's not a match, and I am happy to pass them on to some of my other resources that I have in my toolkit. But if it is a match, then we look at what's the proper support for them and how can I help them get moving as quickly as possible.
Is that a pretty fun process for you? Because many times they probably get some real aha moments where basically some breakthroughs right there. They realize, wait a minute, I hadn't even thought of that.
They do. And I think part of it is we don't take that time to just sit with ourselves and to really think about these things and what is driving me? What is it I really want? What's motivating me to make these changes? What's going to help it stick this time? And it does. I get, occasional tears, occasional ahas. They always come out with at least one aha from that conversation. And so whether we part ways or we continue on working together, it's a very meaningful experience for them and for me as well.
But obviously, if you do continue to work together, they're ready to commit. The Clear Skin Diva Cleanse, is that a good place to start?
It's a great starting place because it can be overwhelming. And the reality is when you start changing what you're nourishing your body with, you're going to start to see some results quickly. And that's what I really want for people. So there's a Clear Skin Diva beginner cleanse, which is 7 days, and then the 21-day cleanse as well, which the 7-day is a perfect beginner place to start. It's not too overwhelming. You can fit it in your schedule. For those who really want to dive a bit deeper to learn about how different foods are impacting their body, that's where that longer cleanse comes in.
Speaking of fitting it into your schedule, I imagine a lot of women are out there busy with not only children, possibly their careers. They're looking at you and saying, hey, you know what? I don't have time to calorie count. I don't have time to juice. What is your approach? How does that differ?
Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up. First of all, no calorie counting whatsoever. I am not a fan. If you are fueling yourself with the right foods, you don't need to worry about that at all. When it comes to the cleanse, it's all whole food based. We don't do juicing. We don't do fasting. We don't do meal replacements. Part of that is because when we're juicing, it can load our body with sugar, and it can create a lot of crashes for people that don't feel good if we're not already in an optimal place. And then B, when we do meal replacements and things like that, they come off the cleanse, they might feel better, but they haven't learned anything new to take forward. And so I really want them coming out of that experience with new tools to carry forward with them. And I constantly hear that from my clients who have done this program, how much they have implemented and taken forward.
Taking forward, obviously, is what your ultimate goal is. One of the ways you're able to utilize that and make it happen is that using technology. Quite honestly, the internet, like you said, you have clients pretty much international. Share with us how you're able to support them through those means.
Yes, almost all of my clients, I see them virtually. So we do my client sessions over the phone. We can do them over Skype, which is a fantastic tool. My cleanses, my group program, all of that is also delivered virtually. They can access those materials through the web. They have support for me through email, through private Facebook groups, and then again, as I mentioned, on the phone. I do see some clients in person. I have some who are in town or others who will travel to spend time with me, and we tend to do that in a more intensive format, so we'll spend the day together and just really dig in and get them going.
What I see it as is more than just skin. It's more than weight. It's basically lifestyle. It's basically able to wake up, look in the mirror, and want to take on the day, enjoy life in a great way. The Clear Skin Diva Club, is that basically your own inside club there that they can be a part of ongoing?
It is. So it starts out, it's a 3-month group coaching program where women can participate from all over because, again, it's all delivered virtually. So they get weekly content calls that build on each other, that really take them step by step so they can implement things and get it to stick and stay in their life. And then on top of that, there's group coaching calls. There's an opportunity for members to choose to have private coaching with me in addition to that so that they really feel supported. They're in a wonderful community of women who are all going through this together, and they can see those changes taking place. And I agree, it is more than about skin. To me, that's just the symptom. Sure. And sometimes, we see, if I could just have the skin I wanted, or if I could just lose the weight. And again, it's about so much more than that. It's about how you want to live your life. How do you want to show up for yourself? How do you want to be putting yourself out there and really cracking that door wide open for them of what's possible?
Folks, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is her website. That is the Clear Skin Diva. basically unleash your radiant skin. You're going to find a lot of information there on the website. You can also sign up right there for a 3-day jump start, which will get you involved in the program. Obviously, like she said, if you want to set up a consultation with her, you can fill it out right there. Once she decides you're a good fit, she's going to reach out to you virtually, be it Skype, be it telephone. Listen and learn a lot about why you are where you're at, because she was there herself one time and she can help you as well. You're also going to see many success stories on there. She has a great way of communicating you, really with internet, because you've got blogs, you got Facebook, a great way to reach out. Speaking of reaching out, folks, virtually, that's something you do quite often. What about in person for locals here that basically would like you to come out and speak for them? Are you available as well?
I am absolutely available. I have done a wide range of speaking engagements, both virtually for different speaker series and online radio, but also in town. I've spoken at Exempla Lutheran Hospital. I have spoken for different faith-based groups, different mom groups. I really love getting out there and connecting one-on-one with people in a in-person setting, just really that energy, just getting to share my knowledge and see people, get excited about what's possible for them. That's absolutely up my alley.
When you look back where you were back in 2008, you're reading these testimonials, you're listening to what these ladies are saying, how does that make you feel?
I get emotional, to be honest, because I think about where I was and how hopeless it seemed at the time, and how it impacted all those areas of my life, my relationship with my husband, my relationship with my children, what I thought was possible for me with my career, just how I felt about myself in general. And now I see where I've come, and this isn't even the end. I've got a long way for where I want to go, and I get to see these same women who were in the same place of feeling like, is this it? Is this all there is? Or even worse, is it going to, go down? Yeah, is it going to just keep going down this spiral? And I can't stop it. I have no control. And to see them really claim that power for themselves and make the change and shift all these pieces in their life, it truly is such an honor for me.
Wonderful. And obviously you've got the training and the backing to do so. As a certified holistic coach, you yourself have been mentored, coached by some of the best in the industry. Obviously that education and that experience you're passing on to your ladies and friends.
Yes, I want to make it as accessible as possible, and I am definitely a lifelong learner. That is going to be constant. I want to know what's happening now. I want to know what the most current research is. I want to be studying under the best and the brightest so I can bring that to my clients.
Wonderful. Last time, take a look at the bottom of the screen. You're going to see her contact information. You're also going to see the website address right there. And quite honestly, she's accessible from anywhere in the world because of the World Wide Web. And so you can take a look at her information there. You can email her, reach out. It's a real easy way to find out what's going on in your life and make some changes that possibly could impact your life, your family, your personal, your pocketbook, you name it anymore. Yeah. Image is everything, but more importantly, how we feel about ourselves. Yes. Last time, right there, this is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.